You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time.
Recorded for Thursday.
March 10th.
2022. I've got a lucky shamrock.
Clover. A possible shamrock. Shamrock adjacent.
Oh, it was a clover. I'm terribly
No, it's
sorry.
the clover. It's not the shamrock.
It is a clover. It is a clover. That's better than the Irish accent you were doing earlier, though.
We don't speak of it.
Bitch by bitch, I'm going to get there.
Ireland
Right.
by way of Jersey.
Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome in. This is Wasting All the Time. We are an improvised comedy podcast that we've created, put out into the ether of technology. It is filtered through the wires and the tubes and has somehow made it to your ear holes. And for that, we are congratulating you and celebrating.
Yay!
Yay!
Celebrate good times.
Come on.
Come on! Okay, copyright.
Oh,
Fair use. Done.
we're making fun of it. It's clearly satire. Yeah.
Did you not hear I said this is a improvised comedy podcast?
Oh, true, yes.
All
Yes.
things are
No one
Sat-
would seriously sing it that poorly.
No reasonable person.
exactly.
No. The reasonable person test wins again or something.
Oh.
And if you haven't been able to figure it out just yet, but I'm sure you have because you're a smart person listening with wonderful ear holes, I am one person that is trying to be the host of this show for this episode, this orange episode, and my name is Jess. But I can't do this show by myself. I mean, I could, but why would I want to? It would be a lonely existence. And so instead, I have some wonderful cohorts that will help me down this path of fun and merriment. And if there isn't enough fun that has filled our fun gauge by the end of the podcast, then some not fun things are going to happen. Okay?
I don't want to go back to the mines. Please laugh.
Oh, no, then you better laugh. Without further ado, let me introduce my very talented cohorts. To my visual right, I have Dave.
Oh, hello. I'm Dave.
Yes. And then if I were to go clockwise from what I see, then I met with John.
Hey, I'm John. I'm definitely not a 4,000-year-old immortal that has adopted these people as pets.
What?
Sorry?
Oh, you're not what? You're. But I thought that's what you were.
A 4,000-year-old immortal who's adopted you all as pets to deal with my crushingly lonely existence.
Oh, I didn't know it was for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, this got awkward.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not that. I'm only 3,000 years old.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
It's one of those two truths and a lie thing. I get it. I get it.
See,
Yeah, okay. And following in clockwise formation, now we've got Cody.
It's me, Cody, allegedly.
You're allegedly Cody. Oh, golly
Yeah.
gee. Now I don't. Oh, boy, howdy, y'all.
So anything I do, I can just blame on the real Cody.
Do we all need to just start wearing name tags so that, like, we see our names when we're
maybe.
recording?
It's a good idea.
Not a bad idea. I mean, the
And
tech
how
does some.
and how would our wonderful listeners be able to see us wear those name tags? Well, by donating $1 a month to our Patreon. Lets you be in the super cool exclusive club where you can watch this all be recorded live and see our beautiful faces. And I will say, I am finally using my nice webcam and I look gorgeous. So,
You do,
there you
actually.
go.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. My skin looks so nice.
Mhm.
It's the camera.
It's all about the
Yeah.
camera.
I didn't do anything different. It's the camera.
Color of your hair is popping really nicely, too.
It's the camera. You might be thinking at this point, listener, is this just a Hangout Talkie Talk podcast? Well, there is Hangout Talkie Talk parts in this podcast, but for the most part, we do have a very loose schedule we try to follow of games and fun things that we'll play to entertain you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, but before we get into that, I gotta talk to you about something real serious. I'm gonna break something down for you right now.
Style it. Here we go. Art. What you want to know? Jess is gonna shape our minds like Play-Doh. A to the R to the final T. Art's been around since the dawn of humanity. Marble, oils, whatever the medium. Jess is gonna shout it from on top the proscenium. Grab your notebook and make a note. Cause Jess is the best. Jess is the GOAT. Style it.
Okay, so this is something that I really want to talk to people about because it's not necessarily about a specific technique. It's not about a certain movement. It's not about anything like that. And it might be something I might have touched on, but it's like going all over the place on Twitter again. It is how industries forget that there are a bunch of moving parts when it comes to doing one artistic thing. So when you're like looking at a cartoon or something, you're not just seeing one animator's work. You're seeing like dozens and hundreds of animators' works, different levels of animation. You're also not looking at like one storyboardist, you're looking at like multiple storyboardists that put all that together. And then on top of that, there's additional like designations and positions in between that don't just like do the storyboarding, but they do the panning, they do the motion graph, and they do all of these other things. And industries are conveniently trying to like ignore the fact that that exists. And now we're running into an issue about burnout with like things that we know and we love. And so this is the thing that I want artists to really stop and consider. You need to find the thing that you like. There is a thing about how there's an entire switchboard of buttons, right? You find the button that you like to push, that you're good at pushing, and you push that button. And if somebody comes up to you as an artist in this metaphor, or they're like, hey, can you push this other button instead? Then you'd be like, okay, you know what, you want me to do that? Maybe, but you're gonna pay me for how much I push my original button too. And don't settle for less. Keep with your button, be proud of your button, and don't make other people push your other buttons.
BPOYB.
BPOB.
Push your butt. PYB. Push your buttons. Push your buttons. Heck yeah. Let's move on to the next segment.
Jess is going to send us to the comedy mines. Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards. I say we go fruitwards.
That's right, everybody. It is Fruitwards. This is where we take two words. One's an adjective, one is a noun. One happens to be a color-coded green. The other one happens to be color-coded red. I'm not going to tell you anything more than that because John gets very nervous about copyright. So I'm not going to go any more into it. Mm-hmm. We'll take these two words and they will inspire our scene. Oh no, I don't know how to say either of these words.
You want to share your screen?
Oh, salt, no.
What did you do, Salt?
The first word is conglutinative.
Okay.
Conglutinative. And here's the definition for conglutinative
Dealing
is
with
conglutinant.
Cool.
Sucks to not have the Android app, huh? Because the Android app has a feature now where you can click on a word in the definition to get its definition.
Oh. Causing to adhere, promoting adhesion.
Oh, okay. All right.
I guess that kind of, I can see it like, it makes me think of like the gluten in bread.
Yeah.
Kind of
with
it.
Holding, withholding, emotionally withholding.
This is what I found.
Sorry, I went.
Oh, tissues.
That's what bread does for me.
Oh yeah, it's tissues. Delicious gluten.
All right. And our other word is Armozine. and it means a thick plain silk, generally black, and used for clerical.
Okay.
Here.
And used for clerical. That sounds.
All right. Well, now is the time when we put you in your robes and you fully become a minister for life. Once we put this robe on you, you can never take it off. Are you prepared?
Never take it off.
Are you prepared to take this step?
Wait. So, like, that's a metaphor, correct? Like, once I'm robed in this vestment, I am a priest forever. But, like, physically, I can take it off and wear a sweater, but I'm still a priest, right? It's a metaphor.
A metaphor in this church? You become a priest for life, and that's
right.
You mean
yes.
that, right?
I've signed up for that.
Right. And you no doubts.
Zero about being a priest. Zero doubts.
For life until
for
forever.
life. Yes. I've been called. I'm in for life.
And you understand that part of being a minister here is the pageantry.
Right, yes.
Including the vestments.
Right, the vestments.
So you would wear this robe.
Yes.
Indicating your ministerial position.
Correct, yes.
When, for the rest of your life, will you not be a minister?
Well, never, but, I've seen,
but. Never but?
But I'm just saying that, I've seen,
You've seen?
I've seen the Archbishop of the church over the way, he goes jogging in his sweats, but he's still the Archbishop.
Of that church, yeah. We don't
do things that way here.
I mean, ecumenicism only goes so far, I can't help but feel like maybe when he's jogging, he's sort of running away from his responsibilities.
Jeez.
Right. Well, how about the, how does laundering the vestment work then?
Oh, it's a no clean.
It's
you can
no
like
clean.
spot clean it, but it's it's once it's on, it's on.
All right, and bathing my own person.
Sponge the accessible areas.
Just the accessible areas.
It is a robe. There is access.
Right. I just feel like this is maybe getting mired down in sort of, things that aren't really as important to the faith.
I don't follow you at all.
It feels overly legalistic,
Well, there's no such thing as metaphor for this church. So you're in it or you're out.
All right. Well, I'd like to be in it.
I will say that the bottom of the robe, that's not fringe. Those are actually little ties. They connect up to buttons up at the top. So if you want to roll up the whole thing, you can.
Oh, all right. So I can at least do that.
It's a robe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
well,
Father O'Brien, what's up? How's it going?
Well,
me, Archbishop Kyle, from the church across the street.
Hi there, Archbishop. Yes,
Kyle's my first name. It's my casual name.
Hello, Kyle.
Right. Yes.
Archbishop Kyle. It's a title.
Kyle.
Are we doing this? We're doing this? I came over here with an olive branch.
Oh.
Try to talk this out. How's it going, new guy?
Father doesn't really do well with metaphors, so unless you have an actual literal olive branch, I might steer away from that.
I don't see one.
Phrase.
Okay, no, that's fair. I should probably stay away from bury the hatchet then too, huh?
I'd rather you buried it in the ground than carry it around threateningly.
You know what? That's fair. I respect that. I respect your positions. That whole metaphor thing lined up is going to be a little more difficult than I thought. Are you still on the always wear the robe thing?
Yeah, we were just discussing that.
Yeah. We're just about to make him a full-on minister, but seems like he's a little bit more like you, full of doubt.
Well, my name's not Thomas, but I'm just saying, new guy. If you like tennis, you like jogging, you like
I do like those things. Yes.
praising the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit's a good one.
Pizza and beer, if that's kind of your jam.
Pizza, beer, yes.
You know.
There's not much time for tennis when you're serving the Lord.
No, I mean, I imagine you could serve the Lord via tennis. Could you not?
Oh, new guy's got some chops. Man, how'd you get a hold of this one? Did you see?
It was Craigslist ad.
I was gonna say he just seems like smart.
I did flunk out of seminary.
Excuse me, Father. I was wondering, when the next service for the Church of Literal Jesus Christ is gonna start.
Yes, child. It.
Okay.
We are in a 20-minute break, but the service is ongoing indefinitely. So feel free to kind of come and go as you are able. I know we are in this flesh world and have other things that have to be done, but
like tennis.
Okay.
No, not like tennis. Those are recreational. Those are you can choose to do those or not.
Praise the real, literal Jesus.
Amen.
Anyway, we got a concert, a rock concert service starting in like half an hour. If anybody wants to jump over there, we got Buckethead. We actually got Sting. Sting's going to show up and do a worship concert with us. So if anybody wants to join us on that, let us know. Praise the Lord. Peace.
Right, well, I can't abide Christian rock and roll. Put that fucking robe on me.
Ding! Oh my gosh.
That was awesome.
Can't abide Christian rock and roll. The only rock I want to know about is the rock that covered Jesus's cave.
What about the rock at
Right,
Gibraltar?
there's a rock.
Or St. Peter.
Right, yeah, that.
Yeah, he was a rock.
He was built like a rock.
Like a rock.
Like
A rock shit house.
I am a rock. I am a Saint Peter. That's how the song goes.
That's what I heard.
Originally. Yeah.
I looked,
Yep.
Dave, I love the indefinite service going on now in comedy. It just goes. Like, we take breaks because we have to. Awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was good. That was good. That was so good. All right. That means we're going to go on to the next. See, if you were a patron following us, you could see me doing it with my fingers.
Yeah.
Walkie fingers.
What are you?
I'm walking back.
Do what?
I'm walking back.
Man was riding a bike.
Superman.
That's right, listeners. This is where we keep gabbing and say what's going on, what we've been doing, what is life in all of mine and my cohorts' lives, so that we can make connection. Because we're all humans, except for John, who is definitely not a lonely immortal
Totally not.
that's collected us as pets.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a thing. Speaking of John, how's it going?
It's going good. Actually, kind of exciting. As of this recording, today I submitted my petition to graduate.
Hell
my associates. So that's exciting. Now I just have to pass this class.
Pass
You can
fail,
do
right?
it.
Pass it.
Eh.
Is it like your last class?
It's my last class. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to take at least one more over the summer just because it's CompTIA A+ prep class.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take that, just, get more information under my belt. Because sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, no, you're probably about to answer it. So keep going.
Oh, yeah. Because the associates I did is very programming heavy. and it didn't have as much of the like general IT support stuff. So I just want to kind of round myself out with a little bit more of that.
Okay.
Go thinking.
Very cool. Do you already have plans of what you want to do once you've got it?
Well, I'm already applying for IT jobs with the state. IT associate, IT specialist.
IT overlord, IT taskmaster, IT.
I mean, eventually, yeah. But yeah,
Very cool.
that's kind of the plan: is get on the IT track at the state and kind of ride that escalator wherever it goes.
Right. Anything else been going on other than big giant life thing?
Not that comes to mind. No, not really. And that's kind of the big thing right now.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Cody,
That's me.
how are you?
Great.
What have you been up to? What have been do what you do what?
I'll let you finish.
Please continue.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
I'll let you finish. Cody
I
had the
don't
best.
want
What have you been up to? Recently got back from a writing symposium called LTUaE, Life, the Universe, and Everything.
Okay.
It was a ton of fun. It's out in Utah. And for like the first time ever, we flew out there instead of driving. Normally we just drive and like make a road trip out of it. And this last year we were like, that's dumb. Let's fly. And it was like an hour and 10 minutes flight instead of like an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. Oh my God. It was cool. I got to see some friends I haven't seen in a couple of years who live in Utah. Just unfortunately the vendor floor was like deader than disco. So like I got to like the people who were working the vendor room, which was like a small ballroom in a hotel, would like walk around and we'd be like, oh, hey. And they'd be like, yeah, I'm from 16 feet that way. And we're like, cool. Do you want to buy books? And they're like, no, I understand. All right. The panels were chill though. And I got to catch up with some friends. Kellyanna Taylor, who's an amazing artist, did some of Galglass's book covers. So that was chill. And then a whiskey and root beer tasting in the evenings, which was
nice.
very fun.
Ooh.
Whiskey for those of us that imbibe and root beer for those of them, y'all. Whatever second person I need.
Cody
They
doesn't
don't
even know how to describe this.
I wasn't going to say those of you because the direct second person didn't seem accurate, but those of them felt very dismissive. Those of them what don't drink. But that was a lot of fun. And on the way back, I got to fly in a private jet.
Oh,
It was so fucking cool.
I bet.
So like
Cool.
So, like, what kind of private jet, like, was it? Like,
It was a.
did you have like a stewardess that like walked by and like handed you just a plate of Chateaubriand and like just made eye contact with you and then just nodded and just walked off afterwards? Or
Yeah, did that happen?
Doesn't sound. No,
did that happen?
no,
What
it was.
happened?
It was almost.
You were there.
that
Why don't
cooled
you
up.
know?
Were you even on a private jet then? Fuck.
It was a
Sounds,
Piaggio P180. Thank you very much.
Oh, now he
Galglass-
has all the answers.
That sounds
Just
suspiciously
to set
Italian.
up the cool flirty stewardess bit, and I didn't have any cool follow-ups. It just sounds dumb. Those not moved by spirits. Yes, thank you, Stephen. Perfect. No, Galglass's
this
friend.
is amazing.
Yeah. Galglass's friend is a private pilot. Like he's been a pilot for like 20 some odd
nice.
years. And he just happened to be in Utah at the same time. And his boss is super cool. He was like, hey, can I bring my friends back? And his boss was like, fucking yeah, go for it. So I got to sit
Oh, that's rad.
in the co-pilot's seat for takeoff and landing on the first leg. It was
cool.
slick as shit. The pilot is so cool. He's just teaching me all kinds of stuff, like how altimeters work. I never actually knew. I always had kind of guessed, but like it's atmospheric pressure. But you have to get readings from different airports that you land at because the pressure is different at different like ground levels. So if you don't get those readings and your altimeter could be off by like 1,000 feet and you're like, we're not quite at the ground yet. I mean, ideally you'd see it before then, but we flew through a cloud bank. That's
Oh my
spooky
gosh.
as shit. Because all of a sudden everything is just opaque white. And you're like, what else is out there? And they're like, what do the instruments say? Look at
Probably a mountain.
yeah. What's a goat doing up here in a cloud bank?
Oh, no. The altimeter stopped working. Ah. Oh my gosh, that's super cool. So has it like given you a bug that like you want to learn how to fly?
God, no, it's so complicated. It's less Ace Combat 5 cool video game flying and more like you need to know 5,000 things and you need to speak tower. It's like another broken
That's one of
language.
my favorite things.
It's like it was so cool. Like I'm like I listen pretty fast in terms of like language of things going by. When he was talking to the tower, it was like a goddamn foreign language. It was like, it's just that kind of like Tower 34947, and the tower's just like, go to it, turn around 7 Tower 7. And I was like, some of those sounded like numbers, but it was just it's so rote. It's so just like they know what they're saying, they know what they're doing, and like it's kind of funny. Basically, the tower tells you what to do and you do it. Not you're just like, hey, I took off. Let's fly. They're like, you take off from here. You're going to turn to this many degrees. You're going to ascend to this altitude. You're going to hold at that altitude until this time. Then you're going to ascend another 1,000 feet, and then you're going to go here. It's way more specific than I had ever even thought. I thought it was like take off, and tower's like, cool, have fun. See you when you get to where the fuck ever. No, they're like,
no.
The trippiest part was that when we were at altitude, like 24 something thousand feet, there was another plane. And the pilot was telling me, he's like, oh, you can, like, there's another plane. He's like looking at the radar and the other indicators. It's like, he's like 10,000 feet below us. And I swear to God, I'm looking out the cockpit and it looks to my eyes that he's like above. And I was like, oh, he's below us? And he's like, yeah. I was like, no, I'm looking up. Like my eyes are elevated. And he's like, you don't have the horizon of the earth as this reference, and so it throws everything off. And I was like, then I'm insane because I can't perceive this plane being below us when I'm looking. It's like, here's the, but it was like, then it crossed across front of us, and I was like, oh, it kind of, now it was so trippy, but it's so cool. It was so fucking cool.
Well, I'm so happy you were able to experience something really freaking cool like that.
Thank you.
And next time, just make sure that there's a stewardess, a private stewardess, steward.
All right, no, you gotta be a private stewardess.
If it's a cute guy, just wearing a really cute skirt, I would not say no.
I'll let you know. You can come on the flight with us. That'll be great.
Perfect. Dave.
Hey.
That's what we call
What's
him.
haps?
I just had some friends over to watch some live disc golf.
That was the other thing I was going to say.
Yeah, I entertained.
Watch live disc golf.
I had people over in my place.
That's awesome! Yay! Wait, so you watched live disc golf? It was like a competitive disc golf.
Yeah, it's the first
like pay-per-view.
It's the first major tournament of the Pro Tour season. It was in Las Vegas, and I subscribed to the Disc Golf Network, which is live broadcasts of the Pro Tour events. So I had people over, and we had snacks, and we watched, and we had a grand old time.
That's so cool.
So
Cody was
there.
I was.
Did your team win?
That's one of the things I like about disc golf. It's not really a team sport. It's an individual sport.
Did your individual win?
And
no.
Actually, the person who did win is relatively local.
Really?
The spoiler alert for disc golf people, if you don't know already, the winner of the Las Vegas Challenge was Drew Gibson, who hails from Carmichael, and they had to play 4 holes of instant death beyond the normal 18 because he was tied with another guy, a 16-year-old kid who was just phenomenal.
Oh, dang. Wait, what happened to the 16-year-old kid after they lost sudden death?
Sudden death. He was executed.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
It was immediate.
R.I.P.
Basically. Sudden.
Well, you just fling that disc golf thing. It's like
yeah, you've seen
a disc. It's a razor disc, right?
Odd job.
Yeah, you've seen Wild Wild West, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So,
We're all living in the wild, wild west.
you know, they went over, they put a magnetic collar on him, and off we went.
And you just started running.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a lot of
howdy.
fun. That was great. I made a veggie platter, or I got a veggie platter and augmented it with more veggies, and yeah, it was good.
That's the best.
It was good.
Sweet.
How about you, Jeff?
How is your disc? Oh, me. What about me? So I had family in town for the weekend. It was very cool. We went to a mountain and I got to see snow because there's still a bunch of snow up there.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah. And then we went to another area that has no mountains and there was definitely no snow. But the crazy thing is that these two mountain ranges are like right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like to have one covered in like pine trees and bristlecone pines and all of that stuff and snow. And then the one literally next to it just being like barren. Like is just wild. So the mountain that's like got snow on it and everything, it's known as like a island, as it were, because it's not like everything else around it. Like everything else is like desert like, and this one thing is not. There was a marathon going on in town though, when I wanted to take my father downtown.
Downtown.
And I did not know that it was going on. So I did not anticipate that many people.
Just run them over.
Oh my God. The entire main road downtown was closed.
Oh, no.
Everybody was using all of the side roads to try and find parking and get to parking structures. It was insane. Like, because it was a Sunday. So like it's supposed to be near dead at that point. Nope. Oh my gosh. It was.
That's why they had the marathon then.
Probably, yeah. But yeah.
Anything else, Jess?
That's the end.
Yay!
That's what's up with everybody.
Da, 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 da,
Da, da, da, da, da. I have no idea why I'm so tired. But I am.
Noise.
I was hiding my yawn. Please edit that out, future Dave. I'm sorry.
I don't edit the podcast anymore.
Can't.
Fuck it.
You
It's
don't?
too good
Yeet, brethren.
to
Yeet.
edit.
We'll find out how good it is with this next segment.
Welcome. Why don't you join us as we lay down the cards? Find out what the fates have in store as Jess leads us through the Scene Foretold.
So this is called the Scene Foretold, and a card just flew off the deck. So that's the card we're going to use.
The card wanted to be
'Cause clearly
pulled.
that's the one that, yeah.
I hate it when cards do this. I don't know why they do this. Holy shit. Okay. All right.
Now she knows why.
I know why. The way that this game works is I have a very normal deck of tarot cards. This one is my Anima Mundi deck. And I will pull a card from this. I will read the description of what the card is, and we will use that card to inspire a scene. It is the Nine of Swords.
I know what that signifies. I don't. Ooh.
Cutlery.
It's fancy as shit.
The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords indicates you may be stricken by fear and anxiety, but this may be all in your head. You may be worrying about a situation a little too much when, in reality, it isn't as bad as you think it is. It represents anxiety, nightmares, despair, and cruelty. And this is one of those cards that even if it's in reverse, what it ends up meaning is overthinking, hopelessness, deep depression, and guilt. So there's no good thing about this card
Cool.
at all.
Yay.
Did somebody draw that card when I was born? Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
I don't know.
You've got us.
It's not that bad at all. Look, you're so lucky. You're so lucky.
Yeah,
Frederick.
I guess I am. I mean, if I really think about it.
You're the luckiest. You're the luckiest Frederick that we've ever had come to this institution.
Well, that's good to know. Yeah. What happened to the other Fredericks?
Oh, they all got killed.
They all got killed.
What sort of
Well, I haven't
dead.
gotten killed.
what sort of
That's-
experience do you have?
with not getting killed?
Oh,
Well, so far I've not been killed. So I mean,
Well,
I'd say
what
34 years of experience not getting killed.
What about experience getting killed? What's your experience getting killed?
I don't really have any experience. I mean, unless video games count. I'm really bad at video games. I die a lot in those.
Oh, I don't know if that counts. I'm not sure if that, I'm
Do you
not
think
sure if that counts. Does that one count?
do you think he's offsetting
Does that count?
his mortal deaths via video game deaths?
Wait, mortal
I mean-
deaths, plural?
I mean, it's possible. We never really wrote in technology when we all became gods. So
Just seems
You
like
know,
sort
could be
of
a
a
thing.
cheat.
Wait, the other Frederick,
cheat-
like, did they
cheat
die multiple times? Did they get killed multiple times?
Oh,
The other Fredericks?
we don't speak
they-
of the other Frederick.
they're
Okay.
dead now. So why talk about the dead
Don't speak ill of the
Ah.
dead. Don't speak of the
Yeah.
dead.
at all?
Okay.
Don't speak.
I know just what you're thinking.
So you don't need to keep explaining.
So,
know.
video games.
There's video games.
That's there's a bit of a gap in your employment history. How do you explain that?
Oh, sorry. Can I speak again now?
We've had our side.
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, we had.
Okay. The gap in my resume. Yeah, that's that was when I was I was just kind of trying to figure things out. I went on walkabout in Peru, and yeah, actually that's I think kind of how I ended up here.
Peruvian walkabout
Yeah.
brought you here.
A walkabout. Okay, all right. I mean, it's not the first time a demigod has found us through a Peruvian walkabout.
No, there was
You know?
Clarence.
It's not the first. It's Clarence.
Wait, so
Clarence,
have
we
I
can talk
been-
about. We can talk about Clarence.
still alive.
Clarence
You
is
can
still alive. He's alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
He's
good.
right there, actually. Clarence is right there.
Wave to Clarence. Hello.
Hi, Clarence.
Hi, Clarence.
Hello, I'm Clarence.
Yes.
That's me, God of Agriculture.
Well, it's a big one.
Yeah, he's-
Big
he's a-
responsibility.
That's a good one.
He's a
Yeah.
big one.
Yep.
It's a good
I
one.
like it.
What? So am I like a god of something now, or is that like
demigod maybe?
You're a
Demi?
demigod?
demigod? Okay.
Demigod?
Yeah.
I just thought it was so weird, with you finding that weird temple in Peru, like dedicated
I mean-
to the Frederick
Why
of it all.
Why do you think it's weird?
Why you gotta make it weird, Frederick?
The people
I
who
don't
built
know,
it
it's
didn't think
weird.
it was weird.
I thought it
didn't
was cool.
seem particularly Peruvian to me. Like,
Okay, so everything from Peru has to look Peruvian. It's not allowed to do anything other than be Peruvian.
Where's this
I
coming
mean,
from?
I guess
That's
it is-
odd. That's not global.
This is something
it
you
just
picked up
felt
from your
kind of
video games.
appropriative,
You would think that somebody who's died so many times in video games would understand the endless acceptance and transcendence of like different cultures and stuff. I'm just
And corn.
Fredericks.
And
And corn.
Can't forget corn.
And corn.
corn's good. I
And
like
corn.
corn.
More than one kind.
Frederick, we think you're a lucky person.
We think you're lucky, Frederick.
Really do. Very
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
lucky. And because of that, we're gonna give you something to be a demigod of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to do
Take
that
this
for you.
wreath.
Okay. Cool wreath.
Yeah.
Do I put it on or something,
Yeah.
or put it on?
I mean, the way you put it on is what's going to tell us what you're going to be the demigod of.
We're all
so
waiting to see.
no pressure. We're all
I'm just gonna put it, kind of on my head, like.
Like
Oh.
like a
That.
laurel.
okay, like a laurel. All right.
Seems like that's where
mean-
it fits.
There's choices.
Choices are being made.
Mhm.
Was this like the wrong choice? Or
Just-
Frederick.
I could wear it around my waist instead. That might be cool.
it's a thing. That's also a thing you can do.
Or like
we
kind of
can't
hang it around my
guide you.
neck, kind of like
You
a
could.
Frederick,
like
there are no easy answers here.
necklace or something. Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that impression.
It's whatever your demigodness says you should do. We
Okay.
can't tell you. We can just, accept it and probably, talk about it afterwards
Work to
behind your
undermine.
back. Yeah.
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 Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it on my head then, since
All right.
Oh. Well, I guess that's that then.
That's congratulations. You're another demigod of plants. Another
plants.
Plant
That's
god.
Clarence
cool.
should get
Oh,
along.
yeah.
Plants.
Some people call it maize.
That's the corn. You're not a god of corn.
Yeah,
Just so
I'm
you know.
God of plants.
Just plants.
Plants, like in general, or like is there
Yeah.
a specific subset of plants?
No, just plants
Sort of
in general.
Plants. in
Flora.
general.
Okay.
Flora.
Yeah, flora. You're a flora god.
Okay.
A Floridian.
So if I started a weed business,
A lot of questions.
Ding.
Yes.
Technically agriculture.
Oh my gosh.
Again.
Yeah. So you couldn't do it. Stepping on Clarence's toes there.
It's okay. I'm lazy. That was awesome.
But wait, here's my question. Was Clarence a god of agriculture or was he a god of I thought you said it like slightly different. So it wasn't agriculture. It was like
Oh, if you did, I missed
something
it.
a little off. I don't know.
Wasn't my intention, but I may have said it weird.
It might have been because of the accent.
Oh,
That it was like-
yeah. Like, what exactly are you saying? Oh, that's awesome.
Just like act ag.
Act
It's like,
agriculture.
Accolade.
yeah, yes.
It's plays done in fields. That's what Clarence is the god of.
We need that god more often.
Well, are you
Praise be,
praying to Clarence?
I was just about to praise Clarence. Thank you very much.
Praise Clarence.
He's Clarence.
And his corn.
Oh man. And with that, we are
Raw
nearing
men.
the final show. Not the final, not the final.
What?
The final.
Nande?
The final segment of today's show.
There we go.
That's right, listeners. This is where I, Jess, the host of this orange episode, the episode you're listening to right now, gets to bring a game of the week that me and my cohorts will play. And it's a fun game. And it's a cool game, and nobody's gonna freeze up because we're all gonna have fun. Because it's gonna be 185. It's gonna be some puns.
Yay!
Yes.
Let me make John's
And I
picture bigger on my
believe
screen. There you go.
In John.
The only way this could be better if it was rapping puns.
My.
Yes. What's this? Is this a bar? Oh yeah. Let's raise the bar. Anyway.
The way that this works is we will get a suggestion and we will do a joke based off of it. As
Just
an
one.
example, collectively, one joke. The way it has an example, the suggestion is mushrooms, and you get 185 mushrooms, walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "I'm sorry, we can't serve you. We can't serve you here." And the mushrooms go, "But why? We're fun guys." And if you wanted to add an additional zinger to it, you could then say, "But the bartender goes, because we don't serve food."
Mm.
That's a double joke
That was a
for
good
the
one.
price of one.
That was a good one. I approve.
That's the
Just as an
pinnacle, John.
example.
That's the pinnacle. So anything,
So don't fuck this
nothing
up.
can, yeah, nothing can, I'm saying nothing can beat that joke, which means anything you say will be hilarious.
Cool. Okay. I think I'm going to say ass a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, please no, not that.
Say boobs instead of ass. It's fine.
Ah, boys.
No.
So let's get a suggestion. Let's start with a profession.
A profession.
Profession.
Profession. I got janitor.
Janitor. All right.
Janitor.
Janitor.
And we also have Olympic curler.
I said janitor.
Yep.
Took too long. Janitor.
135 janitors walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Oh, no, not you again. You're going to clean us out."
Oh. 185 janitors walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Oh, thank God, we got mops and buckets for you right there in the corner." And the janitors go, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, we just want a drink." And the bartender goes, Yep, I know. You're all getting mop water. It's a drink. It's a drink. It's the mop water.
I've never heard. All people, I've never heard of it. That's embarrassing. 185 janitors walk into a bar and they get a couple drinks, and this other guy tries to start a fight with them, and he goes, "You want to roll?" And they're like, "Buddy, we'd mop the floor with you."
Oh no.
Dave's expression was the best on that. Yes. That was yes. I
Yes,
understood.
correct. You have succeeded.
Yeah, that is accurate.
185 janitors walk into a bar. They're having a great night out, just amongst themselves. Quiet night till this asshole comes up and starts hassling them. And they finally, things reach ahead, and they shoot him with laser beams from their eyes, and he turns into ash. And the bartender says, "What the fuck was that about?" He said, "We are custodians of the peace."
Oh my gosh, that is so good. All right, we're going to go on to another profession instead. Olympic curler.
Payoff.
185 Olympic curlers start to make their way towards a bar. They had sweeping success.
185 Olympic curlers walk into a bar. They order their drinks, and they start getting their orders, and they all get pissed off, and they go back up to the bar, and they're like, "Hey, this isn't the drink that I wanted." And the bartender says, "Well, no, yeah, it is. You ordered, shots." And the curler said, "You should know by now that everything we do is on ice."
185 Olympic curlers walk into a bar, and they're just kind of drifting all over the place. They're not really making coherent sentences. The bartender's like, "Do you guys want any drinks?" And they're like, "Nah, we're just a bunch of stoners." Because they're called curling stones.
Right. Yeah.
That's the object with which they curl.
185 curlers walk into a bar, and the bartender goes, "Wow, you guys are really impressive. And they're like, yeah, we're really good on prom nights for making girls' hair curly. It's an Olympic curler.
No.
It's an Olympic
No.
They're that good.
curly prom girl hair.
Summer games, though.
Sorry, Steve. Didn't mean to showbiz you. Cost you nothing to not say that, and you still did. No.
185 Olympic curlers walk into a bar. Bartender looks up and says, sorry, can't come in. This is a sports bar.
Oh, no.
Oh, and we're going to end on that. Shots fired. Pew, 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 pew. I don't know why I do it like this because the trigger's down here.
Were you doing this? It's like the hammer.
I'm doing
That's
this.
the hammer. That's the hammer going.
Oh. Whenever I think
on
I'm
some
doing it, though, I think it's
archaic guns, you can make it fire that way.
Yeah, like in the Old West, with 6-shooters, you
Yeah.
hold the trigger down. It's called fanning. You pa 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 pa.
Oh,
It's just the hammer
that's
moving.
why you do it like this. Pew,
Yeah,
pew,
yeah,
pew,
yeah.
pew, 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 pew.
Just like the hammer toss.
Pew, 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 pew.
Stop.
Six
Hammer time.
shooters ran out of bullets a while ago.
No, they're like 48 shooters. It's fine. Cylinders this big.
The cylinders are
It's like a Tommy
It
gun
was
barrel
bad.
in a revolver. Barrel. Magazine.
Somehow I feel
Drum
like
magazine.
that's got to be a weapon from a Japanese RPG
It
somewhere.
better be.
Well, better be. Well, that means that we have now come to the very end of this week's segment, an orange segment, which I, Jess, has hosted. And I want to say thank you, listeners. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and my cohorts. Hope you enjoyed your time. And if there was any segment of this that you liked a lot, then you can go on to our website, wastingallthetime.com, and you can vote and /vote. And you can say, I liked this segment from this episode, and all of those get tabulated and put into a nice little spreadsheet. And then at the end of the year, we go back and we vote for them. And then we do a best of at the end of the year and talk about it. And who knows, maybe this year we'll all get dressed up fancy on Riverside and we'll do it like a cocktail hour. Yeah.
Oh.
Very nice. Yes, I appreciate fanciness.
Glad I threw that out.
Now it's canon.
Oh, no.
You ready to get fancy, bitches?
Or if you would like to support us, you can always go to our Patreon.
Patreon.com/timewastepod.
You can follow us on Patreon. It only takes $1. The dollar helps us out a lot, and it opens you up to a bunch of exclusive content. So you can help get you through the week with some funnies. If there's anything of the show that you did not like, you can also contact us regarding that. You can find us on Twitter, and the person you want to tweet is at
Jay Hansen himself, yeah.
Have I missed anything?
Nope.
I said thank you. I said Patreon. I said voting. I said tweeting. So, everyone who is listening, I hope you had and you continue to have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever it is that you are listening to this podcast. And I hope to see you. Well, not see you, but I hope you hear from us again in a week, because that's when we'll release another episode of our TBT, The Plot Thickens, which is our serialized, long-form series of version of our podcast. Yes. And until then, I've been Jess.
I've been Dave.
I was John.
Oh, I know this one. I was Cody.
That's right. And we wasted all your time.
Oh, yeah.
Bon voyage.
Consider that shit wasted, dog. What?
Goodbye.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, So if you forget all that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com, and there we have all the answers.
More laughing. I don't have a fancy mod thing on my voice.
I don't either. Apparently mine switched over to the goddamn raw input, and I don't have my cool sound effects or voices.
Oh no, you'll have to get by on talent alone.
Lol. Imagine having talent.
What's that like?
I have one.
So